A powerful Friday night storm causes extensive damage throughout Scottsbluff County. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, there was an extensive amount of damage in the Scottsbluff area from an incredible wind event caused by a low-pressure system Friday night. Winds were officially clocked at 83 miles per hour on Friday, but reports of nearly 100-mile-per-hour winds were also relayed to KNEB News. Along Sugar Factory Road on the east side of Scottsbluff, there were approximately 12 power poles snapped from the high winds, and hundreds of NPPD residents around the Indian Hills area were without power for more than 12 hours. Crews were still out today working to repair those utility poles. Here on First Avenue, a massive tree was uprooted, ripping it right outside of the sidewalk and onto the house. Up at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, the high winds tore a portion of the terminal's roof off, causing closures and flight cancellations over the weekend. Fortunately, there were no reported injuries from the storm. And to the east, near Minutair, evacuations were ordered due to uncontrolled fires driven by those extremely high winds with hurricane-strength gusts. Sheriff Mark Overman says the area east of Stonegate Road and south of Highland Road was under evacuation orders, with winds driving flames rapidly to the east. And the Nebraska State Patrol says a one-vehicle crash this weekend claimed the life of a Morrill man. According to NSP spokesman Cody Thomas, 21-year-old Hunter Lemley died from injuries received when his pickup went off Highway 26 near County Road 12 around 3 a.m. Sunday. Thomas says the preliminary investigation found Lemley's Ford F-150 pickup was eastbound on the highway when it left the pavement and struck a culvert. No cause for the crash was released, and it remains under investigation. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So doing the headset and drive-thru is one of the main leadership roles. It's my game. That's where I am the best at. When I have the drive-thru headset, I have the power.
Back. Governor Pete Ricketts was joined last week by state lawmakers and law enforcement representatives for the signing of a bill aimed at strengthening the state's law enforcement workforce and training capabilities. Among the highlights was a focus on LB 1014, which allocates $47.7 million of federal ARPA assistance to expand capacity at the Nebraska Law Enforcement Training Center. Scottsbluff Police Chief Kevin Spencer said the additional funding will make a big impact at that facility following the pandemic.
Due to COVID-19, officers in Nebraska are dealing with reduced community policing and engagements, increased violence and criminal activity, elevated caseloads, lost training opportunities, and COVID-19 related deaths. The $47.7 million will make transformational changes to expand and improve facilities to provide training now and in the future to compete with other states for top talent while reducing the spread of the disease.
The governor also signed LB 1241E, which makes it easier for out-of-state law enforcement officers to begin work in Nebraska, as well as including provisions to help law enforcement agencies recruit and retain new officers. Well, a Sunday afternoon garage fire in Scottsbluff is under investigation. Around 1:30 yesterday afternoon, firefighters from Scottsbluff and Gering were dispatched to the 1300 block of 4th Avenue for a garage on fire. Crews were on scene for about 1 hour and 20 minutes, working to extinguish the blaze and ensuring there were no hot spots that could have reignited. Scottsbluff Fire Chief Tom Shingle says the cause of the fire is still under investigation. And a Nebraska governor candidate who is backed by former President Donald Trump has filed a defamation lawsuit against a state lawmaker and fellow Republicans who have accused him of groping her at a party event in 2019. The campaign of Charles Herbster alleges in the lawsuit that Nebraska Senator Julie Slama falsely accused him in an effort to derail his campaign ahead of the state's GOP's hotly contested May 10th primary. The suit filed in state district court describes Herbster as the victim of a politically motivated and groundless attack by a political opponent who resorted to false and malicious lies, accusing him of scandalous behavior. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer says those winds will be down this week, and Chris Cottrell in with a look at sports. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
A community is connections, friends, family, schools, teams. At Allo, we're honored to be a part of your community. As members of the community, we're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. We're providing discounts on any internet service option with Allo to qualifying households. Go to allofiber.com/ACP to learn more.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
This is John. He's not an actor or a director. Can you tell? He calls himself a steward of the land. And by the looks of the way he nurtures his little corner of the earth, it's safe to say he's the real deal. John runs with us on a John Deere 3 Series tractor because you can never underestimate the value of a little tractor time. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
It's getting late in the spring sports season. That's for both high school athletes and the teams at WNCC. For the college, well, there was baseball and softball over the weekend, and wrapping around into the start of this brand new work week. Cougar softball is closing out the home portion of their regular season schedule today at Volunteer Field, taking on Luna Community College. They swept Luna yesterday on Sophomore Recognition Day, and they're out going for a couple of more wins today here in town. The baseball team, they were on the road in Beatrice, and while they did lose 3 of 4 at Southeast Community College, the one win, well, that was just the second conference loss all year for Southeast. That victory on Saturday before 2 more losses on Sunday, and it's going to be those same 2 teams, the Cougars hosting Southeast at Cleveland Field, coming up this Thursday in a makeup doubleheader. About some high school sports today, the Scottsbluff Boys Golf Invite taking place at the Country Club. We'll recap that tomorrow at the radio sports desk and on the website. And one big recap article was posted this morning online covering soccer, girls tennis, some boys golf, and a pair of track and field meets from over the weekend. On Friday at Bearcat Stadium, they were able to complete the twilight meet ahead of the disastrous weather and winds. Really a great afternoon right up until it wasn't that evening. And it's a quick turnaround for some of the best in the region, as the annual Best in the West meet is scheduled for tomorrow starting late in the afternoon. Scottsbluff head coach Shelby Auberg previews the type of talent that'll be on hand.
On the girls' side, we have several area athletes that are just outstanding that would go to their state track meet in Wyoming or Nebraska and score a lot of points. We have a couple of returning athletes of the meet. I know that Jordan Stoddard of Southeast is returning on the girls' side. So look forward in the girls' side. The hurdles should be very competitive, the sprints. There's really not a bad race throughout the entire day in terms of competition. Even in the events where, like in the 1600, 3200, you don't really see that dominant performance. However, the top 3 to 4 to 5 kids are all compacted around the same times. Girls long jump stands out. We're going to see it's probably going to take in the neighborhood of 18 foot plus to win that. A very, very, very competitive field. Third place 17.5. In some years that wins the state track meet. On the boys' side, the boys' sprints are going to be absolutely outstanding. Between the kids that are coming in from Wyoming, see the Sydney kids here for the first time at Bearcat Stadium this season, along with we have a special surprise plan for the 4x4s at the end of the night. We hope that there'll be lots of people filling the stands at Bearcat Stadium tomorrow.
Was made aware of the special event that's going to be going on at the end of the meet, and it sounds super cool for the athletes and everyone that will be in attendance tomorrow. The middle school portion of the day starts at 10 in the morning. The high school Best in the West starting at 4:30 with field events and then running events at about 6 o'clock. That will do it for today. The latest from right here at the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
There are times in life when you just have to say, this is a no-brainer, and we are doing it. And right now is one of those times. Renewal by Andersen makes the best windows you can get. They have more 5-star customer reviews than anyone in the industry. And right now you can get Renewal by Andersen windows with no money down, no interest, no payments for a full year with approved credit. A full year. Book your free estimate right now at rbawyoming.com. Renewal by Andersen, this is one of those times in life. It's a no-brainer. We're doing it.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at ROMA Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, a dream will soon be a reality here in western Nebraska as the Scottsbluff-Gehring Rotaries Club annual Rotary Gold fundraiser nets more than $80,000 for the Northfield Haven Adult Living Campus. The apartments will be for developmentally disabled adults and allow them to live independently. The approximately $1 million project crossed the finish line for funding through the Rotary Gold's live, silent, and paddle auctions Saturday night at the Gehring Civic Center. Northfield Haven Living Campus is set to open in Gehring in 2023. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.